It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchen Land USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz.
Well, hello again. Good morning to you on Thursday. Hope you're having a great week. We're going to start out with some news.
Yeah, what a wild day in the federal courts building in Springfield. A now 65-year-old man was on trial for sexually abusing a 4-year-old girl 20 years ago when it happened, when he was an Army reservist serving in Honduras. Court records say that he had moved in with a Honduran family and was going to financially support them, and almost right off the bat started sexually abusing the young girl. Well, the jury had been seated this week. The trial was 2 hours in. And John Michael Bradley leaned over to his attorney, told his attorney that he was guilty and to stop the trial. So now the 23-year-old victim, she's now 23, she and her mother had traveled here from Honduras to testify, but ended up never having to take the stand.
Wow, that's good that she didn't have to take the stand, but
yeah,
good on her for coming back to take the stand, because that's involved and would be difficult to do, I would think.
Yeah, and expensive. I mean, to get to and fro. So speaking of that, another very unusual case regarding a now former doctor at Cox Health, Dr. Louis Krenn Jr., Krenn. He was charged with sexual contact with a student who was staying in his home as a foreign exchange student last year. He was set to go to trial in a couple weeks, but the case was dismissed because the victim is unable to get back to America in order to testify against him. Now, prosecutors could reinstate the charges in the future if the student's circumstances change.
Okay.
So,
well.
But just both of those are unique stories. Like that is very unique.
Very unique. Terrible stories. And sorry about that to start your day. We got one more similar to that, a nationwide crackdown on child sex abuse offenders. More than 200 were arrested in sting operations across the country. 115 children were rescued. One of the people arrested is from Southwest Missouri, 47-year-old man from Joplin. Charges include attempted production of child pornography as well as distribution of it. So more than 200 arrests across the country. Then there's this: as people continue to recover from storm damage, if you had some, you're asked to let someone at the Office of Emergency Management in Greene County know. The Springfield Greene County disaster experts are sending damage reports to the state and to the federal government, kind of in an attempt to apply for disaster declaration that would potentially bring in more financial aid to the county for cleanup. I think it's a tall order. It would take a lot of money added up to get to a certain threshold for that. That's why they're asking, if you have some damage, tell us about it so that if we deserve this, we can get it.
Okay. 4 Missourians have been nominated by President Donald Trump to serve as federal judges in the U.S. District Court for the Eastern District of Missouri. This is apparently the first time that 3 Missouri attorneys and a Missouri Court of Appeals judge have all been nominated to fill federal court vacancies. So that's a large number. Joshua Devine, Maria Lanahan, Christian Stevens, and Zachary Bluestone. They were all praised by Senator Eric Schmidt and also Josh Hawley for their nomination. So now they all go through a full confirmation process within the Senate before being able to take those seats.
Okay.
Pretty cool for them. The Federal Reserve kept its key interest rate unchanged yesterday. So what does that mean? The Fed kept its rate at 4.3% for the third straight meeting after cutting it 3 times in a row at the end of last year.
Okay. This is something, what a neat story this is. A big honor for a former Central High School student who is a journalist now. Alyssa Zhu got her start over at the News Leader in Springfield. She's since moved up in the business. Well, she and 2 of her colleagues just won a Pulitzer Prize for local reporting in Baltimore, Maryland. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, it's so cool.
It is cool. That's a big deal in journalism. They did a 2-year-long investigation into the city's drug overdose crisis, which in Baltimore is is a big deal.
Apparently in Baltimore, it is like actually the worst in the nation.
Yeah.
So that's interesting too. I mean, they live in the worst part of it and then did the research to figure out what was like best practices, I guess you could call it.
Yeah. You'll know that if you watch The Wire, which is a TV show years ago. Their research brought awareness to the drug problem and changes about how to best deal with opioid addiction and treatment. So, congratulations to Alyssa Zhu from right here in Springfield.
Well, in Central High School, they have a good journalism program, I'm pretty sure, right? They're the one.
They do.
Central High School, yeah. Central and Hillcrest also. Hillcrest too.
Does, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the one.
That might have been actually the one I was thinking, but either way, I mean, it's obviously they know what they're doing. They've trained them up right.
It's great. And then there's this 17 smaller school districts got some big money from a charitable foundation connected to a couple who worked for Commerce Bank for about 3 decades. The rural schools will use the money to help students explore career-related programs as they get ready to graduate. Aurora, Billings, Cole Camp, Mansfield, just a few of the recipients of the $80,000 gift that they'll split up to help rural schools all across the Ozarks. So that is very cool.
This is fun. Quite an upgrade at Miller Park, which is up at Fellows Lake in North Springfield. It now has an all-inclusive playground for kids with all kinds of abilities. This is the 3rd playground of its kind. If you've not seen one in town, they are really neat. Several local charitable groups made that possible, including the Springfield South Kiwanis Club, the Hatch Foundation, and many others. That playground has some sensory panels, a lot of rubber surfaces, a merry-go-round that is like ground level. So if a student is in a wheelchair, they can roll onto it, not have to step up. So it's just user-friendly for all involved and very cool.
Yeah, those are, we're seeing more and more of those around. That's neat. Man from Minnesota found a big diamond at Crater of Diamonds State Park in Arkansas. He was traveling with his family when they stopped there, and that's when he uncovered a 3.81 carat brown diamond in the ground. He initially thought it was a candy wrapper, so he went to pick it up, and being a good Samaritan, it paid off because that's when he realized it's not a candy wrapper at all. It's a big diamond. The 3.81 carat diamond is the 2nd largest diamond ever found there. A French visitor found a 7.46 carat diamond just last year. And I'm sure we reported on that.
We did. I remember reporting on it because I remember saying what I'm about to say right now. I want to go there so badly, but I don't know why I have not yet made the time. We need to do that.
We could have retired by now.
We need to do that.
The Minnesota man named his diamond the Duke Diamond after his dog. Duke.
That's funny.
I'm guessing his dog is Duke and not Diamond. What if his dog was Diamond?
My sister's Diamond. It's a good name. Right. So, I don't know. I just think it's funny that it's a brown diamond and it's named Duke.
Are brown? No, that is funny. Yeah. Brown diamonds. Do people use brown diamonds?
I don't know. I mean, I know nothing about diamonds other than the only piece of real jewelry that I've ever owned, I'm pretty sure, is my wedding ring. It is real, right?
Of course it is.
It's not brown.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if people pay big money for brown diamonds or not, because you'd think that clear would be the way to go. But
I think it is. I think most brides would probably want clear, or maybe like pink tinted, perhaps. I don't know about brown, but maybe. I mean, brown's a popular like color in fashion, so perhaps. Yeah. All right, that's all we got for you. Listen, it's Thursday. That means you got 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3 days before Mother's Day. So don't forget, right now at aroundtheozarks.com, you can enter to win our Mother's Day contest and have your Mother's Day gift taken care of. You won't have to worry about it. So we hope that you play. Check it out, aroundtheozarks.com. Click on contest and you will see it. Otherwise, we will see you back here tomorrow morning.
Yep. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.